to do battle with the Detroit Lions. Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway.
And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
Going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Here we go. 30. I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son. Jumper. 36.
Now a play fake, and it's Tannehill. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. He's got a man complete. A huge play there right off the bat.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now Tannehill.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
Picked off down near the 5.
And the Lions are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive.
Down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's 2nd down now.
That 1st down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Rodgers to throw. Throw right side, caught by O.J. Howard. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
The completion there for the reigning MVP. And Charles, even though he's slip-sliding towards 40, it is certainly a tough task to ask a defense to stop Aaron Rodgers. But what can they at least try to do to slow him down?
I think for him is take advantage of the few opportunities he gives you. He's not going to throw very many interceptions, so if you get a chance to get your hands on the ball, you better take it. But if you can get him off the field on 3rd down, that is a huge one. Be able to blanket receivers, knock the ball free, but get off the field, because the longer that drive goes, he's going to put it in the end zone.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Here's Rodgers. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort.
7 yards, the pickup there.
Hey, did you have one of those backyards that you had one of those, like, mats or pits like you have for high jumpers? And, you know, you had your friends throw the ball and you tried to make the spectacular catches?
I didn't need a mat.
you just did it with the ground?
Absolutely.
That explains your
concrete.
Toughness. That explains your toughness right there, because I think that guy was raised just like you. What a catch.
Flush to his right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
On 1st down, Rodgers. He's going to air one out. And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch. A big play there for Detroit.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Khalil Mack, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. After the sack on 1st down, Rodgers. That is incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. He'll let one go deep for Howard. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35.
Well, a shaky start for both quarterbacks now. We had the interception on the opening drive, and now they throw it right back to him.
So does that mean we're really kind of starting from the beginning, Brandon, right? Both of them have done it, so we kind of start from scratch. Looks to me like both of these defenses have done their homework, and they're executing quite well.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Off play action, Tannehill.
Here's the former Lion, Kenny Golladay.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage, got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
Tannehill's throw here on target to Hurst. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. Tannehill on 1st down. He's got the hook up with Diggs. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
To the air again, Tannehill. Escaping the pressure right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
On 2nd and 10, Tannehill. Dancing to his left. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now it's Tannehill. And it's intercepted. intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Ashton Davis. And the Lions are going to take over at their own 2-yard line. Oh, no doubt a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Looking to throw again on second down. Rodgers going up top for Kupp. And got his man complete. And he will take this into enemy territory as he's out of bounds on the other side of midfield. A big play there for Detroit. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Rodgers now on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And again, it's Rodgers. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it, and the Broncos are going to take over at their own 41. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working. Here's a handoff to Hines to begin the drive. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Here's 2nd and 9. Back to throw, Tannehill. Flushed out right. That's caught by Galladay. And he's brought down.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in the defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
They'll run on first down. Hines, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And now he lost the football. Tannehill loses it, and this is scooped up by the Lions. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of a quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you. All right? So if you're a quarterback, it starts all the way back in the youth leagues. Take care of the ball, take care of the ball, take care of the ball, because here come the defenders.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. A give to Jones. And he'll be down close to the first down marker as he gets this to the Broncos' 44. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Rodgers now to throw. Forced out to his left. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And down to the 19-yard line.
Absolutely have to credit the pass protection there on 3rd down, because he had all sorts of time to stay back there, survey the field, go through his progressions, and you just have to know that sooner or later, someone's going to work his way open if you don't get to him. Make sure those guys up.
He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Chase Claypool with touchdown number 8 on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and the Lions lead 7-0. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. Nyheim Hines now out of his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over. The other team.
And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch. It's a big play there for the Broncos.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
On first down, it's Hines, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
From the 38, Tannehill. That's the tight end Hurst with it. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Let's go. 80. What we got? What we got? What we got? Check. Hey. Whip. We out. Check back 21. You don't want no. Hurry.
Now Tannehill. Flush to his right. And this is caught inside the 5. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. It's a big play there for the Broncos.
Hey, check Mike 21. Mike 21. Check Mike 21. Let's go.
Hines. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
2nd and goal from the 1.
Play action. It's Tannehill. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Hayden Hurst, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and we are tied here in the second quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. To return, here's Agnew.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Throwing now is Rodgers.
This one swung out here to Jones.
And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down.
And in for the Lions touchdown.
Aaron Jones,
his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Lions have taken the lead. Zuerlein good with a PAT. And that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away.
Out of the end zone, here comes Hines. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick-6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
They'll fake it. Now Tannehill. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Now a 1st down throw, Tannehill.
And he almost had his 2nd pick of the game. Probably should have. And he's frustrated as it falls incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Tannehill throwing again. Going deep for Diggs. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. Touchdown, Broncos. Stephon Diggs. As the first half is winding down.
And the Broncos have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half.
Santos with the extra point. And we are tied here in the second quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive, as they'll take over with just 13 seconds to go before the break.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. He'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack. Good pressure, and it's second down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. A final shot before half for Rodgers. Going up top for Kupp. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a tie ball game here heading to break. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go.
He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Grover Stewart in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Second and 15.
Another try after the first down sack. Rodgers.
Right side, Claypool's got it.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that.
Now look out, Rodgers lost the football. We talk a lot about setting the tone to start the game. Well, you want to start the tone right in the third quarter as well, and nearly lost a football there in their first drive.
And sometimes we overdo it when we talk about halftime adjustments and what teams are going to do. Most of the time, it's just a matter of executing the game plan you brought in. But I'll guarantee you, they didn't draw that play up on the whiteboard at halftime. They're fortunate to retain possession.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. They'll fake the handoff. Now Tannehill. Now he's forced out left. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Tannehill now to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. That's complete to the running back, Nyheim Hines. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 40.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page. Of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. They run with Hines. Room here to run. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
On 1st down, Tannehill going to throw deep for the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
They'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. 3 touchdown passes now for Ryan Tannehill, and the Broncos have broken the tie. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he returns this to the 22.
Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 49-yard line. Now it's Rodgers. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Rodgers going to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Rodgers caught on the right side by Jones. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 14. When we see another great performance like this out of Aaron Rodgers, you have to chuckle thinking that his only FBS offer was a walk-on at Illinois.
And now he's the pride of Butte Junior College, of course at Cal. And I remember watching him play at Cal, and he would run 7-on-7 drills. Angry if the ball ever hit the ground, and it didn't do it very often.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's second down. Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
Now Rodgers. Flushed out right. There's a diving catch right side.
An excellent, long, sustained offensive drive. And now they can look across the field and see a defense that looks a little bit beaten down. Right now, as an offensive coordinator, you're thinking to yourself, can I dial up the knockout punch?
Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and that will tie our game here in the third. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away.
Hines opting not to risk it, and this will come out to the 25. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line.
70 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, Tannehill. It's complete to Diggs. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there.
And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Nyheim Hines with touchdown number 7 on the year.
And the Broncos answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th.
Santos with the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. To return, here's Agnew.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock.
Buying time to his left. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. So there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the 1st.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Rodgers' throw is taken in by Jones. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
Well, it certainly doesn't matter if it's been through the air like on this play or on the ground. I don't know what's going on with this defense. In a sense, they've been AWOL on this drive so far. 3 plays, 3 first downs given up. They've got to find answers, and they've got to find them quick.
Flush to his right.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Rodgers again now. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit.
Cooper Kupp
hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season.
And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away.
And no thought of a return here for Hines. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Here's Tannehill. Being chased out left.
But nowhere to throw it, decided to scramble, and a nice job, CD. Got the yardage that he needed.
Yeah, and his teammates are certainly going to appreciate that effort, even if his coaches don't, because they would have wanted him to slide and protect himself. But he chose team gain over personal protection.
They'll run on 1st down. Hines. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
96 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Tannehill. Going deep for Diggs. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Stephon Diggs, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Broncos strike quickly to take the lead here in the 4th.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Taken at the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. But to me, this leads to the question, do you admire the way he puts his body out there all the time, or do you think he should protect himself a little bit more?
Well, he's been on the ground several times with all those sacks that he's taken. So, I don't know, I kind of admire him not sliding down there, don't you?
I'm with you on that one. The meter,
and this will be caught at the 30. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. A big connection on that one. 37 yards. Rodgers now on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down. To throw is Rodgers. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Now Rodgers. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Now Rodgers, gotta have this one. His throw caught right around the 6. And in for the Lions, touchdown. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. Hines opting not to risk it, and this will come out to the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Now a play fake, and it's Tannehill. Throw right side, going to be caught by Seals-Jones. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
On first down, it's Hines. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. 109 yards on the ground for him so far.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
From the 40 now on second down, Tannehill. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And that is incomplete.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
Big third down. A field goal from this spot, 57 yards as they hope to move it a little closer. This is Hines. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And they're looking at 4th down now in this tie ball game. They snap it to Tannehill. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. They'll run on first down. Hines. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Now Tannehill. Fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. How about the call to come with the blitz there in this situation?
And some of those calls happen just because of what they do on offense. So when they send out a number of people in the pattern, sometimes they just make a change on defense. Say, okay, we'll come after you instead. And that's exactly what they did.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver.
Justin Jefferson
with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Broncos have broken the tie. Santos with the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. To throw is Rodgers. Able to find Jones. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. Back to throw, Rodgers. And he will find his man on the outside. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. Now they go for it on 4th down, but that pass is knocked away and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now it's Tannehill. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Ashton Davis. And the Lions are right back in this football game. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's throwing it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions, and that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
Now Rodgers. Flushed out right. Man open, here is Jones. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Rodgers to throw. And Rodgers intercepted a third time. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown.
That was a nice catch, and not by the guy you thought it was going to be. How about the defender turning into an offensive player as soon as the ball hits his hands, and off he goes, off to the races, and into the end zone.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback.
Now whistles and a timeout called here. Not sure of the point of this, but they'll stop it with 4 seconds to go in the game. One final try now for Rodgers. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Denver, the win pushes their record now to 11-2 on the year. And they'll have another home date next week as the Cincinnati Bengals come to town. Meanwhile, for Detroit, it's a loss that could have implications on the playoff race as they fall to 9-4. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Arizona Cardinals. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.